LDs go for launch.
And a late go for launch call. So we are just about 20 seconds to go. We're going to step back on commentary and watch with you through liftoff. We'll be back on the other side.
T-minus 15. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Twilight. Vehicles pitching downrange. M1D chamber. Ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Twilight. Vehicles pitching downrange. M1D chamber pressure nominal.
At T plus 30 seconds into flight, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 4 East at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. We're currently throttling down to prepare for max Q, the point of maximum aerodynamic stresses on the vehicle.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Max Q is reached when the air density of the atmosphere decreases faster
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
than the increasing speed of the rocket.
Max Q.
And there's the call out for max Q. Merlin engines are now back at full power, and we're out of the throttle bucket. Now we have several events coming up in quick succession, starting with MECO, stage separation, second engine start, or SES1, and the boost back burn.
MVAC chill.
Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is where all 9 Merlin 1D engines shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, where the first stage separates from the second stage. Then the MVAC engine on the second stage will light, which is called out as second engine start 1, or SES1. This engine burn, lasting several minutes, will propel the second stage and our payloads to orbit.
Trajectory.
Then we'll see the start of the boost back burn on the Falcon 9 first stage, followed by fairing separation, where the fairing will jettison from the second stage as it's no longer needed to protect the payloads once we're in space.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed. MVAC ignition. Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there you heard and saw those events that happened back to back, including main engine cutoff, stage separation, stage 1 flip, second engine start 1, and the boost back burn. Coming up next will be fairing separation in just a few seconds from now.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there we just heard confirmation of fairing separation, along with a great view of those two halves separating from the vehicle on your screen. As a reminder,
A little more than 3 minutes into this mission now. So far, everything appears to be going nominally for SpaceX. The good liftoff, stage separation, booster on its way back to California. Boost back shutdown just occurring on the left-hand side of your screen. Coming up next will be the start of the 3-engine entry burn, which will dramatically slow the booster down. You can see the hypersonic grid fins deployed there on the booster. A little dark, little grainy, but you can make those out just barely. Those puffs that you're seeing between the grid fins, those are the cold gas thrusters, which help the vehicle adjust its attitude or positioning as it prepares for the start of that entry burn. Just a little more than 5 minutes to flight now. At this point, we're just about a minute away from the start of the entry burn, which will last just a little more than 10 seconds.
We are moments away from the beginning of the entry burn. You should see the graphics light up as the engines do on the bottom of your screen.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
There's the call out for the entry burn startup on the Falcon 9 first stage.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Again, that was slowing down the vehicle in preparation for its final burn and landing.
Now through the entry burn, as you just heard, the landing burn is coming up next. That'll start just a little bit past the 7-minute mark. We're about 20 seconds away from the start of the landing burn. Booster traveling below the speed of sound now.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And there you heard that call out for landing burn start on the Falcon 9 first stage. Again, this is the final burn that this booster will execute before touching down.
Landing lead deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
As you
Stage
saw
2 has entered terminal guidance.
and probably heard, we had a successful first stage landing. Coming up next, we are expecting the shutdown of the second stage MVAC engine. This is known as Second Engine Cutoff 1 or SECO 1.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
MVAC shutdown.
There was a success.
Good call for MVAC shutdown and a nominal orbit insertion call as well. So the upper stage will now hang out in this parking orbit until T plus 56 minutes, 55 seconds. There will be a 1-second burn to correct the trajectory, put it on the right path for the start of the first deployment sequence to begin. There are 2 blocks of deployment here on this mission. Up first will be the deployment of the Kinetica Internet of Things number 14 satellite as manifested by EXO launch. That'll be jettisoned from the upper stage at T plus 1 hour, 1 minute, and 33 seconds. And that will start a deployment sequence with satellites separating anywhere between 10, 15 seconds apart, some as few as about 5 seconds apart. So it'll be pretty rapid from the roughly 1 hour point in time for the next 8.5 minutes roughly after that. Then there will be another coast period before the upper stage engine fires again for its third burn at T plus 1 hour, 43 minutes, 4 seconds. Again, that's just a quick 1 second burn on the engine. Another half-hour coast until the fourth burn of the upper stage engine. Another 1 second burn there. A brief 5-minute coast, and then the second and final deployment sequence will begin at about T plus 2 hours and 20 minutes. And that will run for about 10 minutes in total. A little bit longer than that, maybe like 13 minutes across the various deployments at that point. NASA's Pandora spacecraft is set to deploy at about T plus 2 hours, 28 minutes. The two other CubeSats that are backed by NASA, one, the Star Planet Activity Research CubeSat, or SPARCS, which was integrated by Maverick Space Systems. That'll deploy a little bit earlier than Pandora at T plus 2 hours, 20 minutes, 21 seconds. Meanwhile, Black Cat deploys just about half a minute before Sparks is released from the Falcon 9's upper stage. So all the NASA-connected payloads in the second deployment sequence, which we'll, of course, bring to you live as they happen here over the course of the Twilight mission deployment sequence. At this point in the mission, we've got a quiet period throughout the coast. Again, the burn of the upper stage engine for SES-2 set to take place at T plus 56 minutes, 55 seconds. So in the interim, we've got some nice music to let you listen to, start your morning. Now's a good time to keep the live stream up, but maybe pour yourself a cup of coffee if you're over on the West Coast. We'll be back with commentary as we get towards the burn coming up before the deployment sequence starts. And of course, we'll have this tracking map up for you so you can see the progress of the Falcon 9 rocket's upper stage, carrying all of those payloads on board the Twilight mission. You're watching Spacelight Now's live coverage of the Twilight rideshare, the first of this type of small sat rideshare mission for SpaceX.